After quite a soaker from this morning, at least we got some dry time to allow temperatures to go back into the middle, if not upper 70s for this afternoon. Not to mention some peaks of the sun that we saw from indigo sky just outside of Seneca, Missouri. But the time lapse this morning got soaked with that slow and persistent moving mass of rain and a couple of embedded thunderstorms. It was slow to come out of central and northern Oklahoma last night, and once it finally worked in, it just took a sweet time clearing through this morning. That complex is long gone, but we still have additional rain chances in the forecast. From this morning's round of rain, 0.7 of an inch of rain on the average. Not everybody saw that, though. Some of you saw less than that, but where it really came on down, some of you picking up 1 to locally 3 inches of rainfall. And much of the afternoon and evening has been quiet, especially on the Kansas and Oklahoma side. But in southwestern Missouri, we had some thunderstorms earlier around the Veda and the northern shores of Stockton Lake. But this area, stretching from Republic to Monette, they've seen at least 1 to 3 inches just this evening alone. And with more rain still falling, they have a flash flood warning until 2:45 tomorrow morning. And I think there's a new extension of the flash flood warning covering Lawrence County right along the Spring River. So if you have to be out that way on the roads, just be mindful and turn around, don't drown if you cross or come across rather any water covering the road. 65 and Joplin with a dry sky but mostly cloudy up top. Most of us sitting in the mid 60s now, but we'll drop back into the lower 60s tonight with maybe a couple of random thunderstorms along our front, parked just along and south of the I-44 corridor. Thankfully, we didn't have to deal with any of this. These were nasty thunderstorms at the strongest, maybe dropping a couple of tornadoes, but more importantly, those dropping baseball-sized hail. None of that is headed our way. In fact, our frontal boundary is going to start to lift back to the north over the next several days, including tomorrow. That keeps us warm for much of the week, but the upper-level setup is still going to send waves and upper-level lows our way to try to keep some thunderstorm chances in the forecast, including tonight. But for many of you, you should have a dry night and a dry start to your Tuesday morning. I would figure any chances for overnight isolated random showers or storms along and south of 44. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, low start in the lower to middle 60s. Then once we get into the afternoon, that's when the better scattered rain and thunderstorm chances will start to return. But with the dry time in between, we'll go from 63 in the morning, 72 by noon, highs near 77. And with additional rain coming our way Tuesday, just within the next 2 days alone, the rain amounts could vary widely between 1/4 of an inch to maybe 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches of rainfall. And that's not the end of the rain chances, though, unfortunately. At the very least, we'll get this stubborn upper low to move on as we go into Thursday, but we'll still hold on to some thunderstorm chances. But here's Friday, an upper level ridge building in, wants to eat away at our thunderstorm chances starting Friday and through the coming weekend. And not only that, you can see on the 7-day forecast, it allows us to see 80s return by the weekend. So 77 tomorrow, Wednesday, 78 Thursday, lower 80s to take us through the weekend and into early next week. And fortunately for the weekend, the thunderstorm chances gradually go down, and thankfully down for Saturday and Sunday. The thunderstorm chances, while they're there, they do not look to pose a severe threat at this time.
That's reassuring to know. Thanks,
Absolutely.
Mike. Pittsburgh is turning